I started tattooing in 2012 after the summer there. I worked at a technology company before that, and it was really great, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do. A lot of American traditional stuff, you know, a lot of the more simple designs that teach you a lot of the layouts and basis of like balancing how much skin and ink and all that good stuff goes into a tattoo. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. Learned some cool stuff to do, some cool stuff not to do. It's a good experience overall. I only lasted about a year there. Then that place ended up closing down. But then I moved on to a couple other places and then ended up here. I like a lot of different things. I like space, you know. I like the idea of like, you know, the open mind, anything with like that creates up our world, the geometry about that stuff, like any of that sacred geometry. I've gotten super into that lately. I like a lot of stuff with heavy color, and then I like a lot of stuff with heavy contrast, whether it's black and gray or just like deep color, saturation, and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I have a specific style. I've gotten super fortunate to a lot of my clients who've come to me for just my specific style, not necessarily pertaining to like a genre of tattoos, so that's something that I've been able to feel lucky enough to focus on instead of like going into some specific one, just being able to kind of market my own art. My stomach sucks pretty bad, but it's all got to get done, so. I enjoy a lot of everything. I've done a lot of neo-traditional and a lot of sacred geometry, but been fortunate enough to like kind of have my own style somewhat. I don't know if I have a specific style that's my favorite. I just like anything that represents like quality tattoo, like a lot of like clean line, neo-traditional style stuff that has a lot of depth to it, but still like pretty minimalist or simple color palette, almost muted, but I think it really looks attractive on the skin. Or anything geometry like that too, like anything geometric. I think all that looks really attractive on the skin and matures well. Huh. I like my chest piece a lot. I got it done when I was 19 by a guy named Jared Eisenberg here in Reno. It's a really fun experience, and I still really love that tattoo. And recently went to Hayward, California and got a tattoo from a kid who was traveling through there. Did an awesome job. Just get a lot of crazy cool surprises. It's nice about that you get to. There's a lot of great parts about being a tattoo artist. It's hard to decide on which one's the best. You're your own boss, but everybody that you work with is technically like your boss that you meet every day. So in a lot of jobs, there's political and different bullshit that can come between you working hard and getting things you deserve from your job. And with tattooing, if you're honest and you work hard, the people that you receive your tattoos and stuff like that will see it every single time. So that's always like, it's like a nice honest business that way, you know, if you treat it like that. But then like there's just crazy things that you never expected, like people who are in an extremely poignant time in their life are usually the people that you're tattooing, whether it's like personal and happy and positive, or it's like something tragic's happened to them and they have to like get a tattoo to get through it. That always ends up like being a lot more involved and intense than I had ever expected getting into the business. And that ended up being one of my favorite parts, is helping people through like those kind of times. I feel really fortunate to be in this career. Like every day I wake up and I get to go to work and still do this and be happy and pay my bills and do all the great stuff that I get to enjoy, and it's all because people enjoy my art. Hopefully traveling more, doing the same thing, tattooing, and just having a better schedule throughout the year to travel around and reach more clientele and create more in my career. Oh, I say I tattoo. I've definitely found the best way that I've pitched my tattoos is not being a salesman towards them whatsoever. Kind of let them talk for themselves and let my clients refer people to me, because I don't like selling people, and I feel like the idea of salesmanship now has become corrupt with like what feels to be already dishonest. So I don't ever try and like pitch or sell anything, but I do always give my like contact info. Saw a wonderful speech by a man named Simon Sinek that explained the difference between manipulative marketing and inspirational marketing, and after that I had never really tried to market myself without having someone else come to me with the initiation of already liking it. I like to go outside and stuff, and like hike a lot and stuff like that, but my life is pretty much taken up by art. Like, I didn't think it would be this immersed into tattoos, but I don't talk about anything else with any other stranger ever. When I meet someone, that's usually what I'll talk about is tattoos or something, you know, because it's the big elephant in the room or something. But yeah, when I go home, all I do is paint, and then in the morning when I wake up, I'll like check on my paintings and like, you know, spray them the night before, or do a rosin seal on certain projects, and you know, it's always like a continuous like project world. It's like I'm in art school all the time, but I get to smoke and eat and hang out. Just eat and hang out, sorry. I like an artist named Simpkins a lot. There's guys named like Norm. He's a very influential artist in my life. He does lettering like just on another level, and like his cleanliness and a lot of his designs and stuff like that really show through. And I think he works really hard, you can tell. So it's cool to see people like that in an alternative lifestyle doing such a successful style of their business, you know. It's cool. So people like that. Simpkins is a guy named Crayola who just does like amazing things that come from his own mind, which is always super inspiring. Like I was saying, like, you know, he doesn't necessarily take anybody else's art. He's pretty darn original. I like that about him. I'm not sure why people come to me. I've been super fortunate in the last like 5 years to tattoo, and I got taught something pretty early on that was cool. That was just to kind of be as honest as you can be with like what you can do and what you want to do and everything. And like if you work hard at it, it's a cool industry that pays you back in that way. So you know, you're working with each one of your clients and you're honest with them and working hard towards it, they're gonna see it. They're gonna see that kind of like relationship. And I feel like I've based a lot of my business growth and marketing on that idea, and then so in turn haven't had to work too hard at like selling myself in any way. You know, I've been able to like market it through motivation instead of manipulation. You know, I never give like a half-off special or like you can win a free tattoo, because I don't want to manipulate anyone to get a tattoo for a deal. I'd rather them be motivated from seeing someone else's tattoo and willing to go through whatever they have to get it, kind of, you know. So it's nicer that way. It makes a more comfortable, relaxed situation. If someone comes to me, they'll be like, oh, but whatever you want to do, you know, we'll work on your time whenever you're open. She wants you to be comfortable, and it makes a good relationship for both people to come up with like a collaborative idea that they're really happy with. And it's not just some flash art on the wall, which isn't bad. I love doing that stuff too. Or, you know, it's not just someone else's art that they're tracing, which I don't do. Like a lot of people will come to me with this idea that we're like a Xerox machine, that we can just trace someone else's art and put it on them by claiming creative originality, and it just doesn't work like that, you know. So I think it's cool to change people's different perception of that and realize that they're like kind of buying my art when they're getting tattooed. So a lot of my clients and stuff like that have that mindset, so I'm really lucky that it works out that way.